Hi, B here from Learning Solutions. Today I want to take you through the bksb logging on and running reports so that you can check if your students have completed their initial testing in English and Maths. So we can access the bksb from Northpoint. Just clicking on the Tools button here and clicking on the bksb, which is the third one in. To log on, it should be your surname, and your first initial. Mine's a little bit different because I've changed mine to match up with how I log on to all other TAFE systems. If you're not sure what your login is, you can contact the Learning Solutions email address or your educational consultant, and you should find out who your educational consultant is because they're going to be your go-to person for this. If it's your first time logging in, the password should be just the word password, all in lowercase, and log on. If you have logged in before, which some of you may when you've initially done it, the testing to see what the students go through, you could do the forgotten details, but that's only going to work if you've put an email address in when you first created your username. So my suggestion would be to contact Learning Solutions at their email inbox or contact your educational consultant if you have trouble logging in. It's not synchronous like some of our other systems in that the password doesn't sync up like it does with other systems, so it'll always be different, and it doesn't seem to want to change every 30 days either, which is good. So I just have the one password and it stays like that forever. So hopefully I'll get in now. Okay, I've been mocking around for too long and it won't let me in. There we go, second time lucky. So it is a little bit slow, but that's okay. So the first screen you see is actually you as a student. So if you've done any of the initial testing, you'll see that coming up. But we want to take you to the next level now, where you'll start to use it as a tutor. You can see here I've got learner, tutor and admin. What you should see is learner and tutor. If you haven't got the tutor button available, it means that you haven't been added as a tutor, you're only a learner, and you'll need to get yourself added as a tutor. So again, contact Learning Solutions email address, or you could contact me directly, Bernice Wallace at TAFE blah blah blah, or give me a call as well. And that's really quick and easy just to add you as a tutor, and it happens instantaneously. It doesn't need to wait overnight or anything. So for the purpose of today, what we're working on is tutor, so we're going into that one. Okay, so again, just take a little minute to familiarise yourself with the screen. We've got a home button, we can search for students, we can add learners, things like that. For now, we're just going to worry about reporting, and that way we're not adding and mucking around with things. There's two different ways you can check, I guess, on your students and see who has completed the bksb initial testing. You can do it per student, so you can just put anything in here, either their student number, their name or their last name. So I might do myself, lots of Wallaces. So here I am here as a student, and I go to options and I can view the activities that I've done. And naughty me, I haven't done any activities as a student. So what you want to see here is that they've done their initial Maths and their initial English, and you'll also have their ACSF levels showing up here as well. So it's a really nice, quick little way just to check on an individual student. If you've got a lot of students, which you probably do, you want to check on them via their groups. So to do that, we go to reports, and we're looking at the Maths and the English Australian report. So we want to drop that down, and we're only looking for the initial assessments. So we're going to run that report. Now here comes the tricky bit. You have to know what your group name is. The best way to find that is probably speak to your education consultant, because we have gone through and filtered the groups into smaller groups so they're more easily accessible. But we do have a naming convention that we do follow. So let's just pick a random group here. So we're going to look at, say, a Cairns group, so that's CN. We'll look at one of the business groups, so we go BSB. So you've got your location identifier happening first. You've got your program code happening, so let's just go 30112. Now you'll see you've got some other things happening over here. So we've got an S1 and S2. That just stands for semester 1 or semester 2. So depending what semester you're looking for. So we're going to go semester 2 because that's what we're in. And the F at the end stands for your educational consultant. So the F here I know stands for Faith, because she looks after these business groups. So what we do is we just click the little add. So we've got it popping up over here in our list of selected groups, and we can run that report. Okay, we get a summary of it here, but then we need to drop that arrow down to get some more details. So before I go into that, I'll just explain the summary. So here we've got 20 students all up. Please check that with your records. If there's students missing, then we need to add them. If there's extra students in your group, don't be too concerned. It might be just that they are studying at a different location, and this will very much be the case for any external programs. So we've got 20 students, we've got 8 that haven't completed, we've got 6 that have completed at a level 3 and 6 that have completed at a level 4. If we want more details, that's for the English, and then the Maths is we've got 3 at a level 2, 6 at a level 3 and 3 at a level 4. So we can go down and have a look at some more details here. We can see exactly who has completed, what levels they're at, and who hasn't completed. So you can see here this student has done their English but not their Maths, and they are required to do both. So from here you can go further and follow up with these students as they need to have completed their initial assessments to be able to study at TAFE, because it's part of our policies now. So what you can do with this report is you can export it to Excel, and sometimes it plays up a little bit, but it seems to be working today. So just went down and clicked open if you couldn't see that, if it came off the screen. So you've got this now in Excel, and from here you can change the data or print it. So I'm going to close that off and go back and do run through that again, but just with a different group, just to get you used to that naming convention as well. So specifically my role is to look after all external programs, and that's for the whole region. So if it is an external program, it'll have the prefix of external. I'll do the TAE as an example, and you can see here there's quite a few coming up, but specifically I want the Cert 4 level group, so 40110. I again want to focus on semester 2, and that's the only one that's left, so it's nice and easy. Plus that over, and then run that report. Again, you'll see there's 29 students, 21 have not completed, and 8 are at level 4 in English, 21 have not completed their Maths, 3 are at level 3, 3 at a level 4, 2 at a level 5. So we can go down and we get the further detail happening here, where the students have not completed and what students have that level. Like I said, with the external group, if you were looking at this group, say it was a business external group, you only need to be worried about the students that are not in this group. If there's extras, that's okay. It just means that they might be studying at Charters Towers or Home Hill or somewhere else. What we do want to do is further refine those groups down, and your educational consultant can work with you to help you do that. So get in contact with them. So again, we can export that one to Excel by pressing Excel, and then I'm just going down here and clicking the Open button. If it doesn't want to open in Excel, you can get Unisys to make that the default program for you. So that's a good thing to do too. Again, here you've got all those details that you can start following up with those students that have not yet completed, making sure that they get onto that. So hopefully that gives you a little taste of how to take some control and understand what is happening with the BKSB, how those students are performing, and we're going to work together to ensure that now the next part happens where the students are getting the support that they require, and that's just between you as the vocational teacher working closely with the educational consultant. So we're here to help, so please don't hesitate in contacting us if you have any questions or you need support for your students. Thanks very much for listening.